OGRV Champion. I'll title this, let's see, a good title is just say, I guess I'll call this Deep Meditation. Okay. Deep meditation and imagination. Okay, let's see. I was just wondering, just out of curiosity, my guess, and with using my seventh sense, that if someone were to ask me, well, how many people that in the world do you think have this gift that you have, that you develop? And I'll answer them, well, there's quite a few people on YouTube that I've discovered, at least 10 to 15. And out of those 10 to 15, half of them are real. And that's just in English, sometimes in other languages, but that's just what I type in English. If someone were to type in other languages, Tai Chi, telekinesis, for example, because Tai Chi is Chinese. So let's say telekinesis, if someone were to type it in Indian language, in Chinese language, in African language, probably you're looking at 10 times as that. So let's say there's probably 100 people on YouTube. But keep in mind, there's hundreds and thousands of YouTube videos that are blogged probably every minute worldwide. So, but there's probably at least 100 YouTubers, but only I've discovered near 7 to 10 that are real. Okay, so what that means, because there's billions of people in the world, there's not an exact count of people, because that's almost impossible, because some people don't live in a city, so you really can't count them, and some people don't have a social security number or ID card, babies that live in tribes, teenagers that live in tribes, no one really knows how many people on Earth. So there's probably, 6-7 billion people on Earth. Who knows? 6 or 7 billion. So my estimation guess, out of every 100 people, because we all possess natural energy, and I wrote about it and explained about it, that people that learn how to manipulate their insanity to do what they want, we are called supernaturals. Such as myself, I'm a supernatural. Blah, 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 blah. It usually comes through bloodline. It usually runs in the family. So, to make a long story short, I would take a guess, out of every 100 people, out of every 100 people, one experiences this energy, Tai Chi, telekinesis, etc., etc. They experience it, but they ignore it. Out of every 1,000, there's one who discovers it and pays attention to it. And out of every 10,000, there's one person who will pay attention to it and learn how to grow with it. Even if just little effects, they'll learn how to grow with it and use it for blah, 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 blah. Okay. And I'm taking a guess, out of every 100,000, they'll learn how to train others. These people, they're called senseis, they're called, gurus, blah, 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 blah. Prophets, dragons, blah, 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 blah. Masters, grandmasters, people who can help teach others. And my guess is because not only it requires meditation and imagination, it also requires you to pretty much be a loner. If you're a sociable person, a person their whole life has had, a big family and around family and relatives and lots of friends, you're just never going to learn your inner strength. It's just not going to happen. It's not going to happen. But most of my life, even as a kid, I was isolated. There wasn't any kids to play with, teenagers, when I was in my teenage years, I didn't have very many friends, maybe 1 or 2 friends. So people who are isolated learn very quickly, about what I call 777. We learn extremely fast. So that's all I have to say. Ta-ta, take care, Champion OGRV, and this recording is for anyone who has the question of how many people in the world that discovered this and developed this. I hope this was helpful, because it's definitely helpful to me. Yeah. Today's date is March 30th, 2021. Time, 9:25 a.m. Champ, I'm out. Legacy.